What is up, contractors and home service-based business owners? Mark Ray from Contractors AI here. And in this video, I want to show you the old way that home service companies used to try to book jobs. And then the new way in 2026 of how you can boost your revenue a lot easier, a lot quicker than before, okay? So let's go over this little screen right here. So in this first section, we have traffic and marketing. So you are paying for leads, right? Through either Google ads, LSA, Facebook ads, Meta, Instagram, SEO, referrals, website visitors, yard signs, Google business profile. Obviously, some of these are more organic than the others, but these are paid traffic, right? So what happens is someone goes to a web form, fills out a form, calls you, fills out a contact form. You're now a Facebook lead. There's a website chat. They want more information through an estimate, right? But here's what happens is that all those requests go into an email or a CRM and they just sit there, okay? Now here is where the giant drop off of revenue happens. So they submit their information. They don't hear a call back. They don't get a text back. They don't get an email follow-up. And once they do book, they don't get any more appointment reminders. So the no-show rate, reschedule rate now skyrockets. Okay. So what does this mean? This means that there's a giant gap between a new lead and a booked estimate or a booked job, which could mean tens of thousands of dollars a month in lost revenue, right? You have missed calls, slow response times, forgotten estimates, uncontacted leads, no way to reactivate your previous customers, and you just waste ad spend on all of this traffic, all this marketing that you're paying for. So now you're just losing money. You're losing ad spend, right? And then all those jobs go to competitors because they're now faster at following up, at answering the phone, at getting back to you, or getting back to their customers because you just paid for a lead. You didn't respond fast enough. Now they contacted your competitor. So you're paying for your competitor's marketing. Does that make sense? So now the average contractor typically doesn't have a lead problem. They have a follow-up problem. Everyone has leads. Everyone has a way to contact those leads. However, the speed here is what is critical. So now here's the easier way, the smart way that home service businesses are winning more jobs. Okay. So now we have the same things. We have traffic. You're paying for Google ads. You're paying for Facebook and Meta ads, SEOs, right? Yard signs. You're paying for traffic that goes into a lead capture system, web form, calls, contact form, leads, right? Here's all the ways you can capture those leads. But now with Contractors AI, once a new lead comes in, new lead, the AI will then call them immediately within 30 seconds. If they don't answer, it'll call again. He'll also instantly text and email them within 10 seconds. So now that you have them captured, now that your customer knows they're not going to be forgotten, right? Through text and email, you've immediately contacted them. You can now email follow up with them as well, right? And when they don't book with you, you keep on following up with them with calls, texts, and emails till they what's called buy or die. Okay. So what does this mean? So now we've just closed the gap between an interested prospect and a booked sales appointment, a booked estimate, a booked job. So now they didn't go anywhere else. They didn't contact a customer because you've now called them, texted them, and emailed them immediately to get them booked on the calendar for whatever you're offering. Okay. So what does this mean? This means more revenue, more calls answered, better follow-up, faster response times, more booked estimates, contacted leads quickly. You now reactivate all those customers using voice AI, text, and email. You get a better ad ROI and you get more booked jobs. So now all this traffic that you're paying for, all the LSA, all the Google, all the Facebook, all the SEO, you're not losing ad spend. You're not losing marketing dollars. You're not paying for your competitors' marketing. you're now paying for your own marketing, which then means higher revenue, better contact with your leads, and higher customer retention. Now, what does that mean long term? Obviously, that's not just one booked job, right? That means a referral. That means a repeat customer. That means a 5-star Google review. Now, when that doesn't happen, just the opposite, right? You have a lost customer, a lost job, a lost repeat customer, which means you're just adding on top of their revenue, right? A lost referral and a lost Google 5-star review, which then means you're not gaining more organic reputation on Google Business Profile. Okay, so if that makes sense to you, I want you to go to contractors-ai.com, test it out yourself for free, and see how this could potentially work for your business. Tap the button on the website, talk to it, ask it questions about your business specifically, and how this AI-powered lead conversion system could help you book more jobs automatically.